Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some more light on that. There we are. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Today we're going to be talking about our slide swap program. Big man, what's going on? Ed, how you doing? For those of you that are unaware, our slide swap program is where you may have a slide that you are dissatisfied with another company, or maybe it's even a Glock OEM, and you'd like to trade up to something made out of 17.4 stainless steel, or something with a Trigicon RMR flat optic cut, ported windows, a better Cerakote job. So you can reach out to us like this customer did, who had a Remsport R19. Very plain, no features, no optics cut, no front serrations, no porting. They reached out to us and they said, hey, can I swap one of my slides for yours? And we did. We swapped one of our SM19 Zoom slides for them. Another person who was looking to just get optics cuts and ported windows on their slide traded us Glock 19 OEM slides for some of ours. And so on a case-by-case basis, we'll do this for people. You reach out to us and say, hey, this is the slide I have. Would you accept it? Now, there's certain slides that we've begun to stop accepting, like, for example, Rock Slide USA, Leo Precision. We might make exceptions from time to time, so feel free to ask. But there's just certain companies that had issues that everyone should be aware of by this point, that it's like, okay, you kind of did it to yourself for getting a rock slide, you know. But that said, sometimes we'll say yes anyway. Everyone at the office votes on it, and we go, yeah, okay, we'll do that for this person. And sometimes you got to tell us a story, you know, be like, hey, this is what happened to my slide. I was at the range, I had a catastrophic malfunction, and the slide doesn't work anymore, and the company wouldn't work with me, and, you know, maybe we'll help you out. You know, it is a case-by-case basis. We can't do it for everybody, and we can't do it all the time. We do have to make money, otherwise, you know, we go out of business giving away free slides. But it is something we do once in a while. OEMs are always sought after. They're great testing tools for measurements, for range testing. Other companies, sure, too, yeah. But usually, you know, we kind of need to know why. Like, okay, well, why not this company? Why don't you like it anymore? And stuff like that helps us improve our own standards. Just be like, okay, customers are not liking this because of A, we're going to do B. Or, hey, our slide already doesn't have that issue. We're good to go. And it doesn't always need to be a model for model match either. So, for example, we have 19s and 17s while we begin to work on our 43 and our 26. So if you had a 26, but you were looking for a 19, you're just not happy with the 26 anymore, yeah, we'd consider swapping that. If you've got a 43 slide and you think, you know, this one isn't for me, maybe I want something bigger, maybe a 19 or a 17, yeah, we'd consider a swap for that. Or you picked up a 34 and you realize, man, it's just too big. You know, maybe I need a 17. Yeah, we'd consider a swap for that. Oh, shit. Dude, that sucks. Hey, McMahon, yeah, we've heard that quite a few times. Um, honestly, when they first started doing stuff, um, not to talk shit. I mean, they're out of business now. They've sold their business or whatever's going on with them. They made some really cool stuff. The Odin and the Symmetry, great models. Um, Later on, their quality control just lapsed, and just stuff was not coming out good, and their customer service was just kind of just shitty. Hey, Kurt 24. Yeah, uh, dude, that live life that sucks, man. I don't. Is there no way you can get it back? And they even started copying some other companies. Like, for example, their Crusher is a copy of our Flash slide. Their Zippa is a copy of our Leonidas slide. Like, they started copying things, and I don't know, man. They had a really good concept when they were going. We even own a few of their old ones. I really liked the Symmetry slide. And the Kranos slide, that was an interesting idea. Oh, so yours might not be good quality then if you got it right when they were switching. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, there was a reason they stopped doing 26s, and it was part of the quality control issue. Too many customers were complaining from what we saw on Reddit and Facebook and Twitter, and a lot of people were complaining. Which is super unfortunate. I mean, I doubt we'll accept really any more Leos, but LP slides, but we might. Yeah, it's the downside to like any build your own stuff is there's no markings. Shit, that sucks. Hey, thank you for the like. Greatly appreciated. Geisler 80%. Started using or building with my daughter as her first gun on her 7th. Okay. Took me until 10th to finish it because. Okay, yeah, I get that. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I wonder if it's worth it to. What's the word I'm looking for? Honko. That's the word I'm looking for. So, in Japan, they have this thing, stamp that's for your signature. So, like in the West, we all sign things. You sign your check, you sign your name, whatever. Over there, they have a Honko stamp, if I'm pronouncing that right. And so, it's a symbol that they create that represents their signature. And so, I wonder if for 80% builds or 76% builds, if something like the Honko stamp, you make your own insignia that identifies that as yours, would be something. That way, it's not a serialization, but it's something you can say, a stamp, a seal that no one else would recognize, but that you can easily identify and say, hey, no, that's my property, and here's why. Though, like, then again, I also know some people build them because they want their stuff unserialized. So, might be something you could have laser engraved or even just like stamped into the plastic or into the metal. Which one's PF45 from? Racking my brain on that one right now. Which, by the way, that's another point. For some of you that don't know why a lot of aftermarket companies like Stiffler Manufacturing relabel our models as something like SM. Oh, the P80s. Okay, right on. Man, I totally brain dumped that. Why we name our stuff like the SM19, the SM17, the future SM43, and SM26. It's because Glock has the letter and numeric patented. It's copyrighted. So G19 for Glock 19, Glock has that copyrighted. So other companies out there, you've got like LFA, Live Free Armor, theirs is like LF19 or whatever, and Leo Precisions was LP19, and that's why we all do that. And some companies still list their stuff as G19, and how they're getting away with it is they're saying compatible with, works with, for, and they put that in there and they're okay. But if they don't, an attorney from Glock will eventually reach out to them once they are made aware, and they will send them a letter telling them to stop doing that. Yeah, if you have any boxes or any receipts or any emails for anything that confirm that you picked something like that up, try and use that, man. I forgot Polymer 80 made a 10mm slide. Actually, that's something I need to try and do right now. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, live life, man. I really hope that works out for you. That freaking sucks. Man, everybody has a stiffy for the Stiffmeister, Chris. There's no shame in it. Today we are talking about our slide swap program, Chris, where we at Stiffler Manufacturing, on a case-by-case basis, will swap our slide for one of yours. Maybe it's from another company, maybe it's a Glock OEM, and you're just dissatisfied with it for some reason, or maybe you're looking to try something new, or maybe you want an R&R cut or a ported slide. Whatever the case may be, we may swap one of our slides for yours. We are making Gen 3 19 slides, though with a little bit of modification, you can make the Gen 3 fit the Gen 4 or the Gen 5 or the X. Yeah, pretty sure we ship to P.O. boxes. Anywhere in the United States and its territories, with exception to American Samoa. We do not ship to American Samoa. And that's because they've made 9mm illegal there. The only calibers that are illegal in American Samoa are 22 long rifle for rifles. Pistols have been illegal since 1991, I want to say. Some are grandfathered, but that means you can't modify it anyway, because that would, probably mess with the grandfathering. And shotguns of 12, 20, and 16, and 410. 12, 20, 16 gauge, and 410 bore. So, yep. Sucks to be American Samoa. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was going to do, Kurt. I was just going to send you a patch, because I wanted to send you something last time, but we were out of everything. And all the prices for a lot of the companies, like this here, getting 50 of these was like $106. And these are just the test ones. I might change the border to red. I don't know. Yeah, these were all just the test patches. Sorry, I walked away there for a second. Let's see what comments I missed. Greatly appreciated, Kurt. I don't live there in Orlando, Florida. Stiff Nation, Gonzo. Fear Hersine. Hersine or Hersine? I want to say Hersine, maybe. Fear, either way. Do I have a Glock 19 threaded barrels? Yes, we do, on our website. Everyday Carry, what's going on? Gibson Williams, hey, what's going on? Let's see, can we port a Glock 30? Afraid not. We only make our own slides out of these bars of 17.4 stainless steel. We don't work on people's aftermarket slides. Not yet, anyway. We might do that in the future. Basically, we just don't have enough machines set up to do individual work. All of our machines are set up for production. And if we had to shut down a machine to work on one slide, we'd stop working on like 30 plus slides. Just not economic, unfortunately. No 17L slides, just regular 17s at the moment. What do you mean by refinish? You mean like deburr them? Because you'll probably have to deburr your cuts, and you might need to sand them. Oh, I see. Yeah, because when we do our cuts, we deburr them. And we kind of round them out, so that way, you know, you don't get sliced up. I understand kind of like the general concept of bluing, but primarily what we do is Cerakote. So that requires a whole sanding process. For bluing, you're going to want to probably put it in a sonic cleaner. After you clean it, you're probably going to want to put it in a sonic cleaner before you do any bluing, and it depends if you're doing cold bluing or hot bluing. Cold bluing is pretty easy. It's just once the slide's clean, you apply it, and you might need to apply it in layers. Hot bluing is going to require you to do a bit of boiling. Oh, another day of my very boring breakfast, gentlemen. Of oatmeal and avocado and green tea. Being healthy is so boring. Yeah, no problem. It's actually why we don't sell raw slides individually. People ask us, but when you do a raw slide, we can actually slice our thumb on the rear grip serrations. And we don't need someone. People can say they know what they're doing, but for individuals, we just don't sell the raw slides because all it's going to take is one person to screw it up and ruin it for everybody. We do sell them to businesses, though. Like, for example, Wolverine Arms, we just sold several SM19 Viper slides in raw. So like this one here. And they polished them and gold-plated them. Case hardening them? Like hardening the steel? Oh, yeah. It's a pretty cool video they did on it. They're doing some more touch-up work, but they look pretty cool. Let's see if I can pull that link. Let me see here. For those of you that follow us on our Instagram, you'll have seen it already. Here we go. Oh, color case hardening. Hey, we're up to 790 on the subs. All right, 210 to go, and I'm giving away a slide. oatmeal and avocado in the morning with some tea. And then lunch is, a sandwich or a salad. And dinner, I don't know. Dinner changes from time to time. Adam, what's going on? We should have a Viper in burnt bronze. Let me check. If we don't, we can make one. Yeah, we do. Yep, here we are. One SM-17 Viper in burnt bronze. I'm still in the very long, tedious process of reworking our website. Yeah, Instagram's the same name. Specifically, Stiffler _manufacturing. Let's see here. Not the current live. Let's look at the last live. Here we go. I forgot to add the description to this one. But this will have the useful links. It'll get added right now. Save. Done. And courtesy of Gonzo, I am going to make Stiff Nation merch at some point someday when I get spare money. Gonzo came up with Stiff Nation. I didn't think of that. But it's freaking fun, and I like it. So we're going to do it someday. Coffee, cigarettes, heck yeah. Nah, man, I realize I'm getting older, and I need to start taking care of myself. Plus 10 years in the military didn't help. Lou McMahon wants the camo turbo. Oh, and that's another thing about the slide swap program. We had one recently. He traded us a Gen 3 black Glock 19 and a burnt bronze Glock 19. OEMs. And he asked for a specific color or in a specific style. And we might approve that. He got a camo and he got a lightning. So this one here is our lightning, as you can see with the stencils, courtesy of Tactical Penguin. I don't have a camo with me actually, I do have a camo with me at the moment. Let me make it YouTube friendly. Hold on. Oh, and I hurt my thumb the other day, so that is painful. Here we are. Our camo slide. Well, one of them anyway. Get all back there, you. Kurt, did you just order one? You crazy bastard. Kurt, you should have waited, man. I appreciate you, Kurt. Definitely sending you a patch with that. I have a tan dagger, and it looks pretty awesome on it. Yeah. Or maybe that is their FDE. The problem with FDE is it changes from company to company. Like specifically for our FDE, we use H series Glock FDE Cerakote. Okay, there we go. Right on, Kurt. Actually, if you're ordering a 17, that wouldn't matter. I guess I just outed myself. For those of you paying attention. So for our Labor Day sale, 19s in burnt bronze, desert sand, and FDE are going to be on sale. Not the 17s, but the 19s. So for those of you looking to get a new 19 slide, September 1st to September 7th, they're going to be on sale. Tactical colors this time. The red, white, and blue sale did not do too well for America. Uncle Sam is disappointed. Actually, for lunch today, I might have some bacon sandwich. I don't have the other slide swaps with me. I keep this one around because it's fun, and I ludicrously entertain the concept of potentially fixing this, but that's never going to happen. Oh yeah, it's a great bacon sandwich. So obviously toasted bread, but I made a spread of mayo, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, black pepper, and garlic. Awesome. We'll have some sliced tomatoes on there, some pickle. I'm all out of lettuce, so it's going to be great. Maybe I'll throw some onion on there. Well, that's this morning's talk. It's going to be about the slide swap program, so if you have questions, feel free to ask. Specifically, I am looking for... Actually, Kurt, I got a question. The PF45, that P80 10mm, do you know if that was based on the Glock 20? Because the 21's 45, right? The 20's 10mm? Oh, I've seen some of the Shogun work. They have some really interesting stuff. And if I remember right, they're 17.4, just like us. Oh, so it can fit the 20 or the 21. Okay. Man, they've got some interesting milling work going on there. They're a bit pricier than us, but they've got some interesting milling work. And they've got some polishing going on, too. But it's only partial polishing, which it's kind of like trim work. It's very interesting. Oh, yeah, it comes up orange because of the light, but this is actually habanero red. If you want to see orange for our slides, we have a Hunter Orange on our website. You know what, Kurt? I'll ask. They might do a swap for you with that one. If you wanted to get a 17 slide or something. Yeah, these Shogun slides are cool. I've got questions on how they did the grip work. I kind of want to see their machine. Now, I've never been too much of a fan of the Leo and a few others called it the Raptor cut on the front of their muzzle for the Shogun, but that's not quite. I wouldn't call that a Raptor cut per se, and it's an interesting design. So this is what I'm talking about here, is this front muzzle cut on the Shogun. And you know what? Shout out to Shogun. They're making a really cool looking slide. I really got to give it to them on this. Dark commented on that once before, for like us and Marconi and a few others that, yeah, we are technically competitors, peers, whatever, but the industry is so large that it's not like all of us can't have a piece of the pie. There's no need to go after other businesses or downplay them, or unless there's something seriously wrong. Unless somebody's seriously screwing stuff up, like, or they're just acting like scumbags themselves, then, and I get that. But, like, I'm not going to go out and say, oh yeah, screw Shogun, you know, because they're our competitor. I'm going to compliment them. They made a really cool looking slide. Like, that is freaking cool. Also, we've really got to start putting our name on our slides. I don't know. We got to get around to that. I was talking with Gideon last night. I think Kurt might have caught some of that. Unfortunately, it's just way too late for us to cash in on shipping Gideon a slide. But we need to start putting our name on stuff. At the very least for display models. Maybe not necessarily for stuff we sell everybody, but stuff we're marketing. Maybe we need to put our name on it. Yeah, because I've already tested our slides with his optic, and I need to get off my ass and go get my optic. I'm just gonna buy another one. Our friend might end up keeping that optic that we got from Gideon. Yeah, the unbranded looks nice, but it has allowed other companies to copy our stuff. And, yeah. And when we were still in our white label phase, people didn't know who Stiffler was. They were just like, oh, I bought this slide from so-and-so. Like, who are you guys? Why are you copying them? Oh, yeah, the fact that they hooked us up with that slide, that optic, I can't thank them enough for it. And I need to do some more videos and stuff with the Gideon optic. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's going on? I mean, there's always little neat stuff like this that I need to get more made of, but honestly, we probably should make one for each slide and send them out with each slide, because this one here, it's a little hard to tell. Focus. Each slide actually has its own logo. This is the Leonidas with the Stiffler dragon wrapped around it. As you can see. And we only ever made one set of these poker chips, and we said, you know what, let's throw the Leonidas logo on there. And we are making another batch, but it's not going to have the Leonidas on it. or it's not going to have any of the other logos. It's going to be a new thing. And so I kind of want to make one where one has the Viper logo, one has the Zoom, the Hellet, the Turbo. There you go. You can go there. Because that'd be pretty sweet. Hey, Fluffy, just joining us. We're talking about our slide swap program where we will consider swapping slides that maybe you don't like anymore for one of ours. So something like this where it doesn't have an RMR cut on it. There's no features. And then get one of ours. I mean, we won't turn down OEM pretty much ever, unless we start getting a stockpile of them. But, I mean, if you've got another company's slide that you're just not happy with, just tell us why, and we might do it. That said, I'm probably not going to accept a rock slide. I might. Don't, you know, you never know until you ask. But I'm probably not going to accept a rock slide. I'm probably not going to accept anything from Leo Precision. Especially the later years of Leo Precision. Because a lot of their stuff started coming out of spec and just poor quality control. But that said, that's not necessarily a no. Feel free to ask, and we might say yes anyway. I mean, we said yes to this. We said yes to this damn thing. So, you never know. Where's that focusing? Focus. There it is. Look at that. We said yes to this monstrosity. So, you know, we helped the guy get back to the range. But if you're like the one guy who clearly took a hammer to it, where he looks like he clearly took a hammer right here and bent it back. Like, no, we said no to that one. But if it's like an issue where it's naturally messed up, like there's a catastrophic malfunction or something, you know, yeah, we might do that. Though technically, this is personal damage born from just lack of knowledge, I presume. We are in a new era, ladies and gentlemen. We are, where there are a lot of new gun owners out there, a lot of new builders that did not have anyone to teach them anything. And so we have a sort of duty of custodianship to the Second Amendment to try and push some people in the right direction. So following COVID, a lot of people became first-time gun owners. And in the years since, a lot of people became first-time builders. And they don't have the knowledge or experience that other people who've been doing this since they were teenagers have. So, you know, push people in the right direction if you see they're doing it. Now, if they're being a dick, you know, whatever. Move on. But do your best. Try not to FUD it up. There's way too many of us old men, 40s through 70s, who are like, these dumb kids. Teach them. Oh man, thank you guys for the likes. Greatly appreciated. Freaking 791 on the subs. All right. 209 to go till I give away a Viper for like no reason. I should be on Rumble more. I do have a host of videos to upload this week to Rumble. But I'm really trying to get that 1K. And then who knows? Maybe we get 1K here and we do a giveaway. Maybe we get 1K on Facebook and do a giveaway. Maybe we get 1K on Instagram and we do a giveaway. 1K on Rumble and we do a giveaway. Who knows? Oh, hey, this stamp. You know what the post office is not listening to? I keep getting other people's mail. They keep sending it back to me. Even though it doesn't have my address. I put that on there, and then the post office just mails it back to my address. Like, I'm thinking I need to black out the address. I'm like, why? Why? You, like, do you not see the stamp? Are you not paying attention? Did you not see that it was already processed once? Return that shit to sender. It is government work, yes. And the sad thing, if it was like my neighbor, like, or somebody like a few streets over, or even in the same city, I might go find a way to get them their mail. But sometimes it's stuff that's for another city. I'm like, how? How? How did this make it here? Makes no sense whatsoever. But that's what I'm dealing with. I think we're going to toss our poll up here today, too. We're getting quite a few requests to release the 26 instead of the 43 because of the Glock Store 26X. Yeah, that makes sense, Fluffy. Ooh, 100% on that 26 already. But yep, any of those of you just popping in, talking about our slide swap program where maybe you have a slide you're not happy with, or maybe you're just looking to trade up and try something new. We'll swap it for one of ours. Maybe. Case by case basis. Or if you want to see your company's patch or something on our little patchy wall, you know, maybe reach out to us. I'll add it. I might have to get a bigger patchy wall. Well, I haven't done webcam content in a minute, so I should do some. But I get more interactions with the vertical content, so it is what it is. Actually, all the patches we got up there like army related, except for Siley. Siley sent us a patch, so we put it up there. And then, of course, we've got the 2 Stiffler patches. That's one of the original 2 we ever had made. And then we had another 10 made that were the exact same color to give out to employees and stuff. That's a fair point. We didn't get the 26S until we make a slide, or 26 until we make a slide. Fair enough. I'm missing some patches. I need to go through my box and see what else is in there. Shoo, what's going on? Talking about our slide swap program, where if you've got a slide that you don't like, or you're just looking for a trade up, we might consider swapping it for one of ours. Oh, I have to decide if I'm going into work early or not tomorrow, so I can get into the shop early tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go to Glock store right now. What was that frame? Like 150 bucks? So were they really getting more money to be the first 1 through 25th serial number, and then more money from the 27th to the 100th serial number? People were paying an extra $250 to be serial number 1 through 25. And people are paying an extra $150 to be serial number 27 through 100. Who the frick looks at their serial number, besides, for record keeping? Who looks at their serial number? Yeah, over double. It's insane. Hey, Reaper, what's going on? Talking about our slide swap program, where if you have a slide you're disappointed in or don't like, or looking to just trade up to something different, we might swap one of our slides for one of yours. Case-by-case basis, of course, but yeah, we might do that. Yeah, look at this ludicrous $400 for 1 through 25. 27 through 100 is $300. Everything else is 150. And by the look of it, no parts kit installed either. So that price, but no parts kit installed. Well, if I understand that correctly, Grit Grips is involved in making the GS26X frame. So they might not be able to if there's an agreement between them. Oh, yeah, and here you go. The lower parts kit, $100. Just damn. It's a little rough. I don't know. Yeah, I can't see spending $400 just to be serial number 1 through 25. Who are they flexing on? So, and then you buy the parts kit, so you're $500 into it, and you don't even have an upper yet. And then Stiffler is going to sit here and sell you an upper for $240 to $270, fully complete. So now you're $750 into it. Moved my camera. Oh, the Marine Gun Builder parts kit? I should try and get on his page. You go to his page on slides, it's got like, Brownells and JSD and MDX arms, 80% arms, Freedom Unlimited, 9x19, Steel City, random eBay stuff, which, oh my god. There's a Leo Precision slide on there. Palmetto State Armory. I'll wait for the excitement to get over. Yeah, I feel that. Yep, 800 and you still need to get a red dot. That one looks similar to our chamfer, not quite the same. Is that a rounded front? But it's using the cub cut, but using... Interesting. I might do another live where I'm just doing webcam, because I haven't done a webcam one in a while, and I probably won't get a lot of views on it, because vertical does better, but I kind of want to scroll through eBay and just show off, like, prices. Shooting Gallery does that with, like, Gunbroker. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Let's check out Gunbroker right now. I'm curious about something. Yes, I'm 18. Yes. No, thank you. Shut up, Gunbroker. I think the only reason we were never selling on Gunbroker was the fees. Like, eBay's fees are already awful as it is. But... Let's see if I can find one. Gun broker. Nope. Gun broker. Nope. Okay. Aftermarket Glock slides. There we go. That's who I should look for. Nope. Nope, that didn't happen. Ah, well. You know, it's funny. The company that bought them out ended up moving from Florida, where they were, to Arizona, where we are. Potentially, what slides you got, man? You might be able to just swap one with us. Oh, yep, there you are with your crusher slide. I don't actually really blame them because they just bought the business. It's not really their fault. But it's still funny. Oh, I don't know. I haven't bought anything on Gunbroker ever, I don't think. Let's take a look at... Oh. I gotta give them that. They have a good sandblaster. Oh, and now their paint booth looks a little bit like ours. Ho ho. The copying is still strong. That's okay. At least they haven't gone towards the Zippa. Because that's just been funny. That was such a stupid name. Oh, you have the Odin and Simmons. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You were mentioning that earlier. Yeah, you could possibly sell them on eBay as used. Just let people know that they've been fired and assembled. And some people might still buy them. Though, for warranty information, just let them know that, one, you don't have any returns. Actually, who has good warranty information? Let me pop over to... I'm going to pop over to RB Tactical. They have a good one. Okay, yep, here they have one of our White Vipers. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. They have good blemish information. Good disclaimer. There's the disclaimer. Okay, yeah, so here we go. RB Tactical Market is not the manufacturer of this product. Does not and cannot offer technical specification or build advice of this product. Does not offer warranty or replacement of this product. Does not accept returns of this product. It is sold as is. And then you can go with the Glock disclaimer, but that's usually only for businesses, but still. The Glock disclaimer is pretty generic across the board for everybody. This product is not manufactured, authorized, endorsed, or warranted by Glock. Glock does not warrant or represent that this product is compatible with Glock pistols. Glock is a federally registered trademark of Glock Incorporated and is one of many trademarks registered by Glock Incorporated and Glock, lots of letters from another country. Neither RB Tactical Market, RB Market, nor eBay, so you could say yourself or eBay, are affiliated in any manner with or otherwise endorsed by Glock Incorporated and Glock lots of letters from another company. Here you go. The Glock lots of letters. Guess, MBH, whatever. The use of Glock on this page is merely to advertise the sale of pistols, parts, components, or accessories that are compatible with Glock. For genuine Glock Incorporated and Glock lots of letters products, please visit Glock. Then there's the customer responsibility disclaimer that the buyer is responsible for knowing federal and their respective state, county, city laws, court rulings, regulations, and rules regarding this type of product and assumes all responsibility and liability. This slide may require installation by a professional and qualified gunsmith. Consult a qualified gunsmith in your area for questions. Now, do the slides actually need a gunsmith? No, but language like that covers your ass. And it helps prevent, you dealing with stupid people. And then if your slide's being used, put on there, has been assembled and fired, may have received blemishes from use. Blemishes could be, things like scratches, scuffs, dings, dents, markings, abrasions, or distortions in the coating. Then you could say blemishes occurred due to proper and regular use of assembly and firing of the slide. Something like that. Blemishes do not affect the form or function of this slide. Oh, and then let them know that the channel liner is still in it. If you decide to take the parts kit out, just let them know that the channel liner is still in there. And you may want to, if I remember correctly, one of the cool things they used to do was that their rear plate was aluminum. Ours are plastic because they're from SCT Manufacturing, but Leo Precision used to acquire aluminum rear plates, back plates. Yep, rear plate. Yeah, I know that was a whole mouthful of lots of verbiage and legalese and whatever, but stuff like that'll protect you as a seller. Actually, here you go. I'll just post the link to his, and you can look at what he wrote. Have a good one, McMahon. Thank you for popping in, and thank you guys all for the likes. It's greatly appreciated. And we are up to 791 on the subs, so once we hit 1K, we are just giving one of our slides away to some lucky person. And for those of you just joining us, we are talking about our slide swap program, where if you have a slide you're not happy with from another company, or maybe you've got a Glock OEM, reach out to us. We may consider swapping your slide for one of ours. Case-by-case basis. Definitely case-by-case basis. But yeah, we might do it. We've already done it for a few other people. They're happy with theirs. Slides we might not accept are, Rock Slide USA or Leo Precision. That said, if you have those slides, feel free to reach out to us. The worst we're going to tell you is no. We might ask you to send us photos and explain why. Like, is it a fitting issue? Is it out of spec? Is there damage? But that said, One person reached out to us with this, and we still swapped it for him. So you never know. You might be able to get a good slide if yours is all hemmed up. That's, it's just possible. And if you're just chilling, feel free to ask some questions so I don't sound like some crazy vet talking to myself. Hey, Don J, what's going on, man? Let me take a look. Sorry, I receive a lot of messages, so sometimes stuff gets lost in the traffic. Let's see here. Who's this guy? If you're following me and your account's private, I can't follow you back because I don't know what your content's about. So if you message me and tell me what your content's about, then yeah. Totes a crazy vet talking to myself. Legitimately. Wait, can I not view these photos? I think the photos expired, or it's just not letting me open them on my computer, and I can't open them on my phone. Which sucks. Let's see, what are the notifications are we getting? Nope, don't care. Boot Barn is too expensive for me to shop there anymore, really, so don't care. They do have some nice shirts, though. Ooh, Washington Gun Law. I'll watch them later. And you know what? If you want to see your patchy patches, if you're a business or whatever, you got something going on, and when we do one of our lives, and if you want to see your patchy patch on our wall, reach out to us. Reach out to us. We might do that for you. Send us a patchy patch. And we'll only take it down if you do something crazy, stupid, or unsafe. Or you start acting like a crazy wacko and start being a dick to everybody. We'll leave that patch up there. Or if you want to send me a hat. Now I'm begging for products. Actually, I got to check my mail. The Reaper sent us a gun belt, I believe it was. And hopefully it shows up. So I want to check that out. Or like, Siley. They sent us an optic. I've tested it. I've fired it. I like it. I need to test it some more. I've only put 200 rounds through it. And I've drop tested it. Whoops. Just dropped it right now. Hey, look at that. Still on. No damage. What I need to do is take it out to the desert and really beat the crap out of it. I thought there was a scuff on it, and it literally just wiped off. I wonder if that scuff is my floor. Nope. Good to go. Oh, that's a Siley Optics Wolf X Pro. They gave us those. As well as the Wolf EDG. I haven't opened the Wolf EDG yet. I plan to. I should do like an unboxing or something. Let's see, what are we at? Oh, 71% want us to do the 26 instead of the 43. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, what I'm really curious about, because the other one is an enclosed optic, and they market it as drop proof up to 16 feet, 35 ounces on concrete. Whereas the Wolfx Pro does not market that. It's interesting. What thumbnail should I choose today? Oh, and of course, we do have our Labor Day sale coming up, September 1st to the 7th. It's going to be on burnt bronze, desert sand, and flat dark earth. SM19 slides, stripped. Yeah, I'll let you know. I just gotta, I'm thinking I might like the next one, though. This one has, a nice appearance to it. It's not bulky. That said, it does easily get your fingerprint on the front of the frickin' optic when you go to rack. So when you go to make your racking motion, that easily gets on there. If you rack it from the optic. Okay, got that saved. Good to go. Quick little refresh. All right. Potentially, yeah. I mean, in the moment, it's not like it obscures your vision, even with putting a direct fingerprint on there on purpose. Especially once the red dot is activated. It's just something you notice in passing that's kind of like, eh. And that might not bother other people. It's just something I notice. Ammo Alchemist. Playing around with that optic now. There we go. Ah, cool. Let me take a quick look at that. Grumble. Nope. Inbox. Palmetto trying to sell me something. Ah, here we are. Oh, here you go. Live Free Armory. Okay. Oh, it's got the Raptor cut. Now let's see if I can identify that one. Live Free Armory. Yes, I'm 21. Okay, shot, pistols, rifles. Where's their slides? Do you remember which model that is? Stiffler should release 40 cal slides next, as per my vote. Well, you know, funny that you mentioned that, Ammo Alchemist, is today we are talking about our slide swap program. So, if you have a slide that you don't like anymore, or that you want to trade up, you can reach out to us and we might swap one of our slides with yours. So maybe you have a spare 40 cal. Just maybe. Maybe a 27. Maybe a 23. $22. Actually, isn't the Glock 27 almost similar to the Glock 26, except it's chambered in 40? LF19. Let's see. Looking at Live Free Armory. All models. It is not on their website. Weird. Maybe it's under Glock accessories? Oh, here we go. Okay, yours is, I believe, what is called the LF19 Elite. And they are selling that for, oh my god. $255. I sell completes for that price. Sweet Sally. And theirs are made of 416 stainless steel. Ours are 17.4. Hey, thanks for popping in, Shoo Shoo. It's greatly appreciated. You have a great day. Papa's Pew Pews, what's going on? That's bullshit. Why the hell? Still functions? No issues? Which of our slides do you have already, man? You have the Zoom and the Viper? Okay, let me try and match something similar to this. Let's see. Do I have anything similar to this? The Turbo, I guess. Not anymore. If I still had the Leonidas or the Flash, I'd say one of those. Um, blemish takes off $30. That's about standard for a blemish. Man, that is rough price though. I sell completes for $250. Out of better steel. That's wild. Huh, my green tea's gone. I guess I'll go make some more. Yeah, man, I'll hit them up about that on Monday. Might be able to use it. Some tea. Steeping some tea. Whichever. And some water. Have y'all been drinking water today? I don't think so. How are you going to move and groove? React to contact. Engage the enemy if you're dehydrated. You cannot stay 2A every day if you're dehydrated. Drink water. I mean, it's basically liquid bread. Hey, do you know if you have the Gen 3 or the Gen 5 on that LFA? Ah. That's not always the case, but it's a good indicator. Because we've updated ours to the pin, or the circle firing pin. LF19 Elite. They're selling one without porting at like 220. God damn! And their turnaround time is still 4 to 6 weeks. That's another good question. Would you guys prefer only one slide lock? So yes, exactly. Gen 5 has the ambidextrous. Would you guys prefer the black nitride? Like if we sold these individually, the slide covers, or not the slide, the RMR covers, would you prefer them to stay black, or would you prefer them to be Cerakoted colors? Like if you wanted to buy aftermarket ones. I mean, it might be a pain in the ass to do, but I'm kind of curious. Yeah, that's the thing, we don't know if they'll sell good. We're thinking about adding the RMR cover plates to our website, but no clue. I would do this for another minute or so. Seems to have petered out. Hey, we got a positive review. All right. Oh, okay. Thankfully, it wasn't talking about a slide. Oh, sweet Christ. Arrived on time, but didn't fit the equipment. I thought he was talking about one of our slides for a second. It's okay. It's still useful for something else. We threw a gear bag on the eBay just because we didn't need it anymore and figured somebody will buy it. Off-topic question, but do you guys coat the other slides? Like if I sent you a SIG P220 slide? We can do it, but we don't do it. And part of the reason is we've already dealt with some people trying to get their money back for stupid reasons. And we could totally see people saying, oh, yeah, it didn't come out quite like I want, so I want my money back, or I want you to restore my slide to how it was. Which, once you do the Cerakote process, you can't restore it. And we've talked to a few of our peers, and they've had issues like that. And it's just like, do we want to do that? Do we want to deal with it? That said, we still kind of want to do it because we know we're capable of it. We know there's a market there. Kind of want to do it. Like, I know some sellers who don't sell to certain cities and certain states anymore because, like, one of them won't sell anything to Chicago anymore, ever, or Philadelphia, because he keeps getting chargeback scams and delivery scams. And is that all of his customers? No, but it's prevalent enough for him to say, screw that city, I'm never selling there again. And it's like, yeah, man, I get it. That sucks, but I get it. And some people have given a, like, one person criticized us once for, oh, so, like, you think you're awesome for selling to Washington. I'm like, no, we sell to all 50 states. We were doing some Washington outreach at the time. And he's like, well, we don't need exterior people selling here. Washington only. And other people are like, dude, are you out of your mind? There's so many companies that won't ship to us right now. They won't ship to Washington, won't do business in Washington because of politics. And there's nothing illegal about our slides. They're all perfectly legal. There's no issues here. It's perfectly fine. All 50 states and 5 territories. 4 territories. I forgot. We don't ship to American Samoa. But Yeah, all 50 states. Our stuff's good. Just not a big fan of it, or with the LF19. I know a big contentious issue people have is their turnaround time. Ah, fair enough. Just the color issue, doesn't like it? Okay. So what kind of color would you prefer? Oh, yeah, fair enough. You know, we're starting to do some in the FX series, and those are looking pretty cool. It's like a mix between Cerakote and Gun Candy. My earbuds are in the background. I don't know if they'll do a raw slide. They usually only do those for businesses. Not saying that you do anything messed up, it's just they're less trusting anymore. All right, there we are. I think that's where we're going to cut it for the day, guys. Or not for the day. I'll be on a couple more times, I think, today. Or at the very least, I'll jump into other people's lives. But I'm going to go take care of some admin stuff, get some things done. But thanks for everybody popping in. Thanks for all the likes we got. Thanks for the new subs. It's greatly appreciated. We're getting closer to that 1K so we can do our giveaway. Let's end this poll real quick. Looks like the Glock 26 won out. There we are. But thanks again, everybody. And as always, stay 2A every day.